Hi,
How are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Happy to see you.
How concerned are you, first, Mr. President, how concerned are you by describing Europe as lost, that you may actually alienate them and make them frustrated about helping you in the future?
About Europe, you know, there are, as I said, that there are very strong leaders, and they know what to do. They have to rush. For example, I can tell you very honestly, we spoke about it, then in 2030 Russia will have army 2.5 million people. They will have it. We will have ceasefire, or we will not have ceasefire. It will be a pause in this war, or God bless, it will be end of this war with really strong security guarantees. But we don't know if Russia will come back, what they need, what their goals. Nobody knows. My suggestion, and I think about our families and our children, my suggestion to Europe, that Russia will want to try who is strong in Europe. And my suggestion was to have a strong army, not less than 3 million people. And a year ago, I said that we are ready to share all our technologies, what we have, with our partners. We don't have enough funding to make strong everybody. We don't have enough money to make us stronger. That's why what we need to put on the paper the idea of common big forces. Not use them, better not use them, but to have them. And I think that I said that Europe has such leaders, but not all of them. But they need to make some decisions, some strong decisions. This is my opinion.
Thank you so much, President Zelensky, for taking our questions. You met with President Trump behind closed doors earlier. First, how did that meeting go? And secondly, he said today that everybody wants this war to end. Do you think that includes Vladimir Putin?
No, I'm not sure that Putin wants to finish this war in such situation where he is and where his army, with losses and without goals he wanted to have at the very beginning of this war. He really doesn't want, but their economy is really tight and their army is very tight. But also our army is also tired. So we are honest and we speak about it. We do our best what we can with our soldiers, and they do their best. But 35,000, as I said today, 35,000 dead Russian soldiers per month, and the number will increasing. And this is, big losses. It's up to them to continue the war or not. But we want to stop this war, and that's why I think President Trump can. He really can, because he has dialogue with Putin. Not everybody has dialogue, just even dialogue. He has dialogue with Putin on the same levels. I think America is much stronger than Russia, and you can see the result of this war. That's why I think that American army is stronger than Russian army, because of our experience with the war, with defending ourselves. And that's why I think he can do this. Maybe they want to find compromises, that we are open for different steps, and I said that it's two sides compromises, two sides. So Russians will not win this war. They didn't win, and they will not.
Do you think President Putin does Putin belong on something called a board of Does Putin belong on something
One question in Ukrainian. Thank you. Thank you.
По завтрашній зустрічі в ОАЕ, що відомо, хто поїде, що обговорюватиметься, це ж перший контакт тристоронній буде.
Так, поїде наша трьохстороння група. Поїде наша група, буде трьохстороння зустріч, вибачте, поїде наша група, і вся наша група поїде. Буде Умєров, буде Буданов, буде Кислиця, буде Арахамія, і я попросив, щоб Гната вилетів із Києва, обов'язково був, військові повинні бути присутніми. Так, це буде трьохстороння зустріч на рівні переговорників. Подивимось, який буде результат.
Do you expect an answer from the Russians?
Але 2 дні будуть працювати.
What do you expect from the meeting tomorrow from the...
Yeah, that was just this...
Sorry.
I will repeat in English.
Thank you very much.
I said yes. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, our negotiation team will go, and some other guys which are military, they will come from Kiev. I asked them, so they will have 2 days discussions. I don't know. I don't know the results. Of course, we will see. They will be ready to discuss different points of this plan. Then I will have connection with them. They will call me and will say the estimation, what is the mood of discussions and the travel. Will they find some connections or they will not find? So we are at the moment when I think that if all the sides will work a lot, we will end this war. But if somebody will, play the games, I don't know who, but I'm just sharing with you. If somebody will play the games, and the war will continue, and all this negotiation process, maybe publicly people didn't see a lot, but we worked a lot. And negotiation groups, they really used, much time of their life, because it was very important. They had a lot of negotiation tables and meetings, and they had not just blah blah, yes, not just words, and that's why everybody will be tired of it if somebody will continue play games.
Mr. President, you have been ignored this week in Davos.
One question from this
Ukraine
side,
has
please.
been ignored this week in Davos.
Sorry?
Do you feel Ukraine has been ignored this week in Davos?
It's not ignored. It's understandable that in Davos there have been a lot of different questions, challenges, but it's just forget about the war, you will not solve the problem. And that's why, of course, the questions of Iran, the questions of Greenland, a lot of different questions, what can be, people can discuss. But it's understandable that we have, and leaders have, and the different CEOs, they have to think about a lot of problems. But
this is a real war.
But this is a real war in Europe, which already longer than the Second World War II already. And we need to stop Putin.
So now here, please, if you can come a little bit more.
But I hear you.
We can good news of the first trilateral meeting in the next days.
In
Is it too optimistic to think about a deal in the next couple of days? And second question, what do you think about Board of Peace, the initiative from Trump?
Yeah, so first of all, about the tomorrow and the after tomorrow meetings, I can't be positive or not positive. I think that that meetings will be, it's positive. This is, for me, this is the step. I think when today we had conversation with American team, and when American team, me, and when American president and his team, and we all said that security guarantees is done. So the document is done. We need to sign to understand, but it will come only after the war will stop. So we need to have all these documents. So that's why I think that if something is done, and if we have some first steps for trilateral on the NSA level, but in any way, if we have such meetings, we have to wish that it will a little bit push us closer to peace.
You got the deal of the security guarantees. You got this deal.
That's the third question.
We finished with the document. The document has to be signed by the sides, by the presidents, and then we'll go to national parliaments in the United States and Congress. In Ukraine is parliament. Thank you.
Mr. President, President Zelensky.
You said that he's a terrorist and a war criminal. Does he belong on something called a board of peace, in your view?
Look, this is the initiative of President Trump. It's not my initiative. I'm not the president of the United States. Yes, we've been invited. Be honest with you. So, when we in the 20 points plan, yes, when we spoke about security guarantees and how to monitor one of the important first steps, like ceasefire, and the American side proposed that that they will need partners who will monitor with the United States, and it can be like Council of Peace, and it will be two sides of the war. It means Russians, Ukrainians, because we are on the contact line, we have to monitor, yes, by drones and technical issues, and they said it will be Americans and some other Europeans, yes, but I mean, it's not the news about this council for me. I didn't know how it will be, that it will be in Davos, and whom President Trump will involve or propose invitation. I didn't know. It's up to him. But I said that for us, it's understandable that we will be in this board when the war will end. Now with Russians we are enemies, Belarus is allies of Russians, we can't be with them, and it's already in the package, in the 20 points plan. So it will work, I think so, it will work with monitor mission only after the war will end. For us, maybe there are some other, like Gaza, and they said some other issues. I'm not talking about us to be involved to Gaza and other questions. So we are speaking about these partners who will monitor ceasefire and security guarantees.
What about
What role can play Latin America?
I answered, just answered about it.
Mr. President, what kind of role can play Latin America to fight peace in your country?
Latin America, first of all, we work now on 3 documents. One is security guarantees, and the second is the package of renovation. And I think Latin America countries will be involved to reconstruction plan of Ukraine. We are open for everybody who've been during this war, not on Russian side, of course. So Latin America is very different. There are some very good friends of mine and very good friends of Ukraine, and they helped us, maybe not militarily, but they helped humanitarianly. Those who've been friends will be with us. We count on their continuation.
Mr. President, tariff-free zone. Steve Witkoff mentioned that.
Yeah. So
How important is
this is very important. As I said, that maybe 80-90% of economy package is ready. I don't know. Sorry for the percents. I don't know really. I mean this, but almost ready. And of course, free tariff zone. That was the topic of discussions between us and Americans, and I'm happy that yes, Steve drove it, and President is open for this, and this of course will be helpful for investment for Ukraine. The first years it will be very important. I think the business will come. As I said that, I mean there's a lot of sales told me that this is important for them, so we count on this decision.
You were sorry. One last question. Go on. You had one. Yes.
China Global Television Network. Do you see peace on horizon?
It's about yes, Steve. I think Steve, like a Jared, and like a President Trump, and like Secretary Rubio, all of us we spoke today. Yes, we speak about one issue, which is the most difficult, which did not solve, and I think that trilateral meetings maybe will show each other variants. It's all about the eastern part of our country. It's all about the land. This is the issue which will not solve yet. That's what I think Steve Witkoff spoke or told you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.